Well, hey guys and gals, it's Hex here, and we are back on the Blockheads server for episode number 32. 32, that's 16 times 2, I think. Yeah, 16 times 2 is 32. So it's kind of an important number because we are on a computer and things are based on 8s, as you know, in the computing world. Anyway, I don't know how I got off on that little rant, but today we are back in the village area here with the castle and the little village. Remember this place? Yeah, we haven't been here in a while, actually. And what I wanted to do today is I wanted to work on our house here, and I wanted to decorate the interior of it. Now, I don't know if I'm going to do the entire thing in this episode, or if I'm going to do certain parts of it, or what, but that is kind of what I wanted to work on, at least right now. So, my ultimate goal is to build, as I've mentioned in previous episodes, I would like to build another house here and have 3 or 4 or 5 of these sort of larger manor houses up in this area, depending on how much space we have and what I want to build and how tired I get of building them. But I really think that this place looks great, especially at night with these lanterns. I absolutely love it. Anyway, let's get into decorating this thing. So, inside of here, what we have is we have just some empty rooms. We have empty rooms here, empty rooms all over the place. So what I was thinking of doing was making this kind of like an entrance way right here where you... Oh, hello. And what brings you into here? How'd you get in here anyway? Did you spawn in here? Are you seriously going to kill me right now? Ah! I'm under attack. We're under attack. We are under attack. That's pretty wild. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah. Oh, this is where he came in right here. I left a door open. Anyway, yeah. So what I wanted to do was kind of make this room the kitchen and dining room. This front room is kind of done almost. Well, I'm probably going to put a couple of things in here, like maybe some shelving or like a couple of little stands or something to put I don't know what on. And then this room is kind of done actually because I just wanted it to be like sort of a sitting receiving room where you could come in and sit down and stuff. And then right in here is where I want to build the kitchen. And I wanted to start things off by putting in a fireplace here. And I'm not sure if I'm going to extend the chimney up to the top. I'm thinking about it, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do that or not. But I'm going to do that, and then I want to put in some, maybe a dining table in here, and maybe using this tower thing for like a pantry or something. I'm not exactly sure how that's going to work, but we're going to get going right now on this. And I think that what I'd like to do in this episode is do several first-person time lapses. I think that would actually be kind of a cool thing, a cool way to handle this episode. So I thought that I had gotten myself some more stone. There it is. Ha ha! Stone! Ha 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 ha. All right. Let the time lapse begin. Okay, you guys, sweet. So, yeah, we've got this done. I'm really quite happy with it now. I took a little trip to get the new armor statues book going, and I'm really happy with how this turned out. I think this looks really good. This is going to be like kind of like a parlor area, so like if people had like a, you know, just like came in here to sit and sip on some coffee or mead or whatever the heck people drink in medieval times. I was thinking about this as being that. I might put a couple of tables in here just for fun. I might do like a couple of like the old school tables like in between these, come to think of it. But for now, that looks pretty good. What I wanted to do though was get rid of some of these armor stands. And what I mean by armor stands, get rid of some of these item frames. And what I mean by that is we now have this armor statues book. Well, we've had it on the server, but there's a new one where you can make the item frames invisible. So I'm going to try to do this. That's interesting. Let's see, invisible item frame. There we go. Unknown scoreboard objective if invisible. Well, that doesn't seem to work, does it? I wonder what that's about. Maybe I need to like touch the item frame for a minute and then we can do it. Let's see, item frames. Nope, it's not liking it. Huh. After doing that, what I did was I came up here and I went ahead and decorated this. So I wanted to make this a library. As you can see, it is now a library. So I just got a bunch of bookshelves from the villagers, and then I put in a similar table to the one that we have downstairs for the dining room. And then I put in some of these lecterns right here, put a couple of empty, these books are just like completely empty. Put a couple of books on here just to make a little dining room. And I think that that's pretty effective. I don't know how much I really want to go about decorating because, just because. How much I want to decorate, just because, I mean, I probably won't go in here too much, like once I get this decorated, but you never know. The next thing that I'm thinking about doing is making this like kind of a living room. So I know that we sort of have a living room down here, but mainly this is what would be called the drawing room. The drawing room. And what that would be is like a room to entertain guests, to have, you know, important people over, etc., etc. And so then the living room would be more like for the family to hang out and be together upstairs. Actually, I was going to make it in this area. And in this area, what I wanted to do was to build like maybe a little servants' quarters. So perhaps there's 2 or 3 little servants. Maybe there's a gardener. Maybe there's a cook. And maybe there's a couple other people. Because, you know, back then they would have servants. And we'll just pretend that those servants are well paid. Even though probably in the medieval times they may not have been, which is probably sad, which is good that our society has advanced and we no longer treat people in such a way. But back then it was common practice. Anywho, let's go ahead and build that. So what I did is I got some wool as well, so we can make a few beds. So what I was thinking about is making, we'll grow out this brown wool. And we'll just make like 4 beds, I think. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. And we're just going to place them in different places in this area here. Let's go like 1, 2. That's not a bed, Hex. Hex, that is not a bed. 2, 3, and 4. We're just going to place them like that. And then I'm going to build some things around them. So yeah, I'm going to do that. Maybe another little time lapse would be appropriate at this time. Okay, all right. That didn't take very long at all. I thought that was going to take quite a bit longer. That's why I went with the time lapse. Actually, I think I want to put one more of these right here. Like that. There we go. That's pretty good. I just kind of wanted to make like each area kind of a little bit unique and then also kind of the same so that the sort of servants area here is you know, somewhat well thought out as far as like what they might have. Just a little bit of just a little area to sleep and keep some personal items. That's pretty cool. All right, over here we need to do the living room, but I'm kind of thinking that I'm going to come back to this for obvious reasons because I have all these, these deals here, all these deals. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go upstairs and we're going to work on like a little bit of a bedroom situation. All right, so as we come up the stairs here, I think that using this as like the master bedroom would be the best way to go. So I'm going to go ahead and start building a master bed, which would be in said bedroom. So let's see this. This is probably not going to be particularly accurate as far as a medieval bed situation, but I just think that maybe this will work out. Going to have a big old bed here, and then we're going to take these and maybe put them around the edges like that. I think that, ooh, I kind of like that. There we go. And we're definitely going to need some lighting in here eventually, considering I just killed a spider right before I started recording. Let's use these here. Let's go with one right there maybe, just for now. I might take these out, but I might leave them too. We'll see. And one right there. Okay, cool. And then we're going to go like that. And then I was hoping to make like posts like this. Make this like a little bit of a floor poster, but I don't know if this is going to work because it might end up being too tall. Yeah, that's definitely not going to work, right? I don't think I can do that. Huh. That is too bad. That is too bad. What is up there? Is there even something up there that's worth getting up to? Yes. Oh, maybe this is where the servants' quarters needed to be. I don't know, man. I had a whole nother story to work with that I didn't know about. I did not realize that. You know what we could do, though? Just come across here like this. There we go. I'm just going to use these, and we're going to come across here like this, like that, because nobody's actually going to be sleeping in here. So we'll be fine to do it that way. We'll be fine to do it that way. All right. There we go. Nice. Now I'm stuck inside the bed. That wasn't very good thinking, Hex. What are you doing? There we go. That definitely looks like a grand bed. This is a grand bed. And then we'll go like that to make it even more grand. Oh, this is where I sleep. Okay, I will definitely stop. Oh boy. Okay, something else that you might have up here would be like a wash basin. So like, right, medieval people probably would take a bath in something that would look something like this, perhaps. Like a big bathtub. And then they would get water. The servants would bring water, pour it in, and that's how they would have their bath. So we're going to do that, and that is our sort of bath tub thingy, mabobber tobber right there. And then it might be, you know what? I think I'm going to move that over one because I want to have like an actual separating wall in here that would be really nice. I think would probably give, you know, the couple some privacy. So let's see. I need to get like some, what would be a good color for the wall in there? So I have built the wall right here. So basically what I did is I just went on this, on one of these pillars, and I think that looks nice, especially since like the way that I built the staircase, when you come up here, you have to be sort of in this area right here. So that way, like, you can still walk around here easily, and then there's going to be, you rooms there and in there. So I think that this will work out just great as far as getting this to be what we want it to be. So I'm going to put the wash basin right here now. There we go. So like that, and like this, and like this, and like that. Okay, there we go. That's pretty nice. And then for some reason, I'm feeling like inside of this thing, we're gonna need like an armor stand right there, because I feel like oftentimes the lady of the house will have like a little thing where they like put their dress for the day or something. I don't really know what I'm talking about, but kind of makes sense to me a little bit. I'm hoping there's another armor stand in here. Yep, I got 9. That's good. I only want 1 for now. And what we're going to do is place it in sort of sideways like this, so that that's exactly what I wanted. Okay, we'll have to deck that thing out later, but that's very good. Okay, next, I think we need to put in some more of these lanterns. So yeah, I want to stick with the theme of having those be on our spruce wood fences. So I need to make more spruce wood fences, it looks. And, oh, there's the brown wool that I was looking for earlier. Off camera, I was looking for some brown wool. I was like, where did I put that? Found it! Okay. Very good. What I did is I put a spruce door there. I added a couple lamps. I put this carpet, and I put a little seating area right here. So in case the Lord of the Manor wants to have his dinner in his chambers, he can, do so up here, hang out, look out over his property. And I wasn't planning on putting that lantern there, but it actually fits quite nicely. That's funny. Yeah, anyway, I thought that would be really cool to have a little place like that. And this room is done to me right now. I might add in a few little flowers and flower pots and things like that to a couple of these rooms. But I want to keep them a little bit on the sparse side, because I don't want to overload with detail that is not necessary, that's probably not going to be seen very often. And also, I really don't want to... right, like if this is a medieval place, like having this giant bed and stuff that's already like luxurious, right? Like, so to have like extra stuff like little plants and pots and all kinds of stuff all over the place might be kind of overdoing it for a medieval theme, but it could go either way on that, really. What I want to do next is I think I'm going to do another bedroom there and another bedroom there, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this this area down here that I built, this servants' quarters right here. I'm actually going to move that same concept up above this floor. So the servants are going to be like up in here in this area here. And then I'm probably going to make this like a storage room. And then that is going to be the majority of the interior. The very last thing that I might do is I might decorate like this up here. Wow, there's so many levels to this thing. I meant to say this up here. So putting like maybe some lanterns up here or something like that, just up in this space to, just to kind of finish off the build. But I think I'm going to do that all on a nice fancy time lapse and see if we can do that. So here we go. Okay, well, I hope that you've enjoyed that little time lapse. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a tour, but I want to tell you something first. We have made a couple of changes in between videos, and what I did is I updated our server to 1.16.2, which visually you cannot tell. I also downloaded a new texture pack for Faithful, the 1.16, but they also had a 64 version, which I'm running right now. So this is 64X Faithful, and I think it looks really good. It's like a beta version, I guess, so they said that there's still some things that they're working on and so on. But so far, I really like it. I've tried a couple of other 64X versions that are supposed to be... sorry, I forgot to have my music off. Here we go. There's some 64X versions that I've run from other developers that I just didn't like the look of. But this one looks great. I mean, look at this flower. Yeah, this one looks good. I think they need to update this texture here. Ouchie. And some of the other ones, but I think they look really good. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a tour of the house. I added a couple of things after the time lapse with respect to armor statues. So here we go. We're in here. And so I'm going to give you the tour. You might remember me putting these here, but I really like these plants in the entryway here. I think they look good. And I included some lighting in here. I think that looks much better. This room now is going to be the parlor or the drawing room where basically people can sit and relax. I think we talked about that before. This room here is our kitchen / dining area. And yeah, here's our armor statue. So here's a guy. And I was able to get the invisible item frames on. So his pork chop is just sitting there on the warped fungus, which I don't know if that's the greatest thing in the world visually, but I was just playing with turning on and off the armor stands, or the item frames. This guy here, there's actually 3 armor stands here. There's one with the guy, and then there's 2 invisible ones. There's one holding the stick and one holding the pork chop there. And I think this looks really good. It looks like the cook here is cooking this pork chop, and that's pretty cool. I like that quite a bit. Let me show you some of the upper floors and kind of tell you what I was thinking while I was building them, because you might have been like, Hex, what is that? So this right here is the living area. So I included these couple of couches in here just to kind of sit on, or benches or whatever. And then I thought this would be really cool here with this little fireplace and like this. I still might need to edit the exterior to make these fireplaces work out, but I don't know. I think they're okay the way they are. Yeah. And then I added a little armor statue guy. This is maybe the patriarch of the family, the dad maybe. Maybe this guy used to fight in the wars or whatever, against the pillagers or whatever. He's holding a flower pot, which is supposed to be his sort of water cup that he can sit here and enjoy the fire. Wow, those logs look really good. That's pretty good. That's a nice texture. Anyway, in here we have a library. I think I showed you that before, but I've got a couple of people here reading books, studying. Maybe these are just some guests of the house that are studying the library. So this guy's looking at this book quizzically, and this person is looking at this book. I wanted to make, actually this is one that would be really cool if we could make this invisible. So I'm going to go item frames. There we go. Sweet. That one looks good. That looks good invisible like that. That's pretty cool. I wish I could make it open, but you can't make it open without the, whatever this thing is, the lectern or that, the enchantment table. So yeah. And here what I was thinking is maybe this is like kind of like a hobby room, like people could have their different hobbies. Maybe somebody works on tools. Let's make this one invisible also. There we go. And maybe this one over here as well. Let's see. Item frames, invisible. There we go. pretty cool. Maybe somebody's like, working on tools or sharpening them or something like that. Maybe this person over here likes to work with potions, so they have a little plant and some cups and a little potion brewing area. Place to sit right here. That's kind of what I was thinking with that room. Then with up here, what we've got is the master bedroom. So this giant master bed, I think it looks pretty good. I should actually put some white carpet on that for some pillows. And then in here we have a little sitting area, maybe a place to like put the outfit that you're going to wear for the day. And then right here, this is going to be like a bathtub, basically, or whatever they would call a bathtub. In here, I was thinking maybe the mom of the house, or maybe some servants would be able to come in here and use this as kind of like a seamstress room, or like a room where for making clothes or mending clothes, that kind of thing. I would think in the medieval times, people would have to mend their own clothes, or maybe even make their own clothes to some degree. Tailoring, that kind of thing. A little bit of tailoring skills. And here would be like the kids' bedroom. So we've got 1, 2, 3 beds, and we have 1, 2, 3 kids here playing some sort of game on the ground here. They're all sitting down, and I love these armor statues. They're fun. They're fun. If you don't remember me doing these, there's a few episodes back I made a couple of them, and I'll probably go over how to do them some more as we move forward, but I just kind of was enjoying just making them and not recording. So yeah, there's that. In here, I was thinking this is like the servants' quarters. So each one has like a little bed and a chest to kind of hang out in here. This is, some storage area, that kind of thing. And then in here, just some flat out storage, maybe storing food or drink or something. And then more storage up here in this room. I kind of ran out of barrels, so I just switched over to chests. I think it works. And then, and then up here, this is our upper area. Well, I'm thinking about putting some trapdoors on this so that, you open them as you come up. I don't have any in my inventory, though, so we're not going to be able to do that right now. But that's the idea. And I'm going to say that this build is totally... Well, it's pretty much done. I wanted to add a couple more armor statues, to be honest, but it's done enough for me to walk away from it and feel happy, especially since it's mainly for decoration, right? Like there's no functioning things in here that we actually need to go get. So I can see people like not coming in here, or I can see myself not coming in there very frequently, but it's really cool. I really like it. The only other thing I did is I did one more armor statue. This guy right here, he's working on the grapevines. Working in the vineyard here. So I just set him up. I thought that he would wear kind of like farmer's clothes. So he's got some brown shoes, some blue jeans, and like a greenish shirt. So that's pretty cool. And I really like it. Okay. Well, guys and gals, this has been Hex. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of the Blockheads. Unfortunately, we are out of time. We'll do some more in the next episode. Anyway, don't forget to leave a like, share, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. And I hope you're having an amazing day. And God bless.